Hello, everybody. It's June 17th, my time, which is 2:20 in the afternoon, but it's the 18th of June at 7:20 in the morning going into Tokyo. Tokyo still doesn't open for a couple more hours, but I wanted to review the moves that I posted yesterday, or at least the setups that I posted yesterday. Going into Tokyo, just wanted to show you how it made the break. So maybe you could learn how to recognize it a little better. It takes practice. I mean, these are all fairly simple. Just looking at the charts, looking for certain patterns, and then looking for a break. Works for me, and I just hope it can add something to your trading strategy. Anyway, yesterday, pound yen started to form a wedge right here. This was before Tokyo. It was finding resistance. What I like to see is support stacking up here in a straight line, and then you can see the price action is pressing down against that support level, trying to break through. And then finally it does, and it broke right here, made a 100 pip move. And so you were able to grab some pips there if you're watching for the break. You got to watch for a break and a hold. Once it breaks that support, you want to make sure that the price stays under, but you also don't want to miss it if it keeps continuing down. So you just got to learn. It just takes a little time, patience, and practice to learn and watch the price action. I like to do all these setups going into the major markets openings because that seems to be when all the best activity is. So I like to do, the Sydney, Japan opening times. Usually provide a nice little move like this did. And then when the London opens, that's always usually a nice move too. I think this is the London open area right in here. So when the major European markets open, Germany, France, Italy, Switzerland. That's usually a time when the activity starts picking up, and then it really picks up when London comes in. So that's when I like to look for these setups, and when I like to look for the breaks. That's usually midstream. It's more following the ranges and the price action, and any fundamentals or news that come out during the day. But these are the easiest setups I always find, and they very rarely go wrong. It's just a matter of when to cash out. When you see any resistance, that's why it's nice to have these resistance and support lines set up so you can anticipate a bounce. So that was the pound yen. Here's a little cleaner chart right before it happened. Right after it happened. There's the move, the wedge it formed there, and then the break. Next, what did we have? Also had the pound dollar, the cable. Here, it formed a consolidation. It's not a real pretty one, but it ranged around a little bit and then just started to get tighter. And when that happens, you can always get some kind of break. Sometimes it's not huge, sometimes they're really nice. But that was a really big range, and it tightened quickly and broke here and made a nice little run for about a 50. There was a 50 pip run there where you can easily grab 30 to 40 pips. This consolidation setup's usually one of my favorites, but usually I like to see it ranging around a little bit before it goes into it. But this always happens going into Tokyo because there's no other major markets open before Sydney and Tokyo opens. So you're going to get a lot less volume. So the price can be whippy, or the price can just be really flat and then just stay in a little tiny range until it finally breaks. But anyway, that was the setup I posted yesterday on that one. I'll pull up the little cleaner chart here so you can see it. There's that right there. That is the consolidation, the squeeze from the bottom, squeeze from the top, and then it popped through. and made a little 50 pip run. Next, I did the Euro Japanese yen, and then again that was another squeeze against a support line, and that finally broke through. This one was a little more of a tighter wedge. Found support here along the 26 line. Started to squeeze down, and then made its break right there for it was about a 60 pip run after it bounced broke the support there. So there was a 60 pick range in there where you can pick some off too. Those are the setups I like to look for, and like I said, I like to watch for them just before the openings of the two major times. I particularly don't like going into New York because New York just has too many variables. There's always so many news announcements that come out right after New York opens that can throw everything off. So, and then like I said, you always got to watch your news announcements, make sure there's nothing major that might affect it, rather than just the price action. These are all based on price action, and you know, if you get caught in a news announcement, hopefully it's already going one way, and the news continues to push it the same way. Then one other. I didn't do this on the video, but I did cover it in a couple postings. This is the Australian dollar going into the London session. It was finding resistance along here on the daily pivot and made a sharp squeeze, and then it made its break, and that was 34 or 60. That was a 60 pip move, which is a nice little move for the odd, especially that quickly. Odd, you know, can move sometimes, but a lot of times it's a little on the slow side. But that was a nice little pop, you know, just for an hour and a half on the Australian dollar. Okay, guys, I just want to explain those moves, explain what to look for, and like I said, it's going into Tokyo Open and mainly the European London Open that these setups work the best. So if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll talk to you later.